From schools to swimming pools and benefits to bin collections, affecting every aspect of life, what lies ahead is the biggest round of spending cuts since the Second World War. The aim? To save more than £80 billion and put us on the road to recovery. The huge spending cuts that are now just around the corner are high on the agenda over the water at the Lib Dem party conference. But it's in communities like this the impact will really be felt. And in many ways, the Wirral mirrors what's going on across the country. Like the government, the council here is run by a Tory Lib Dem coalition, and the decision makers here are also faced with some tough choices, needing to make £100 million worth of cuts over the next 4 years.
Can I just give you one of these, please?
To try and work out where the axe should fall, events like this one at Heswall Library are being held to give people the chance to have their say. Is there a danger that people will simply say, I don't want anything to be cut?
Well, it's not a danger. If that's their view, that's their view, and that will...
But you can't give them that, can you?
But it will feed into the process. I think the public are aware that the previous government left us with £160-odd billion worth of debt each year. They'd maxed out the credit card. And I think people in their own lives realise that when someone has gone on a spending binge like that people have to retrench.
With the government reducing the amount of cash given to local authorities, they'll have to make big savings in order to balance the books. Among the measures being considered in Wirral, taking almost £500,000 from the budget for bin collections and road sweeping, dimming the streetlights to bring down the electricity bill by up to 40%, and getting rid of free parking in council-run car parks. But cuts inevitably mean controversy. When plans were announced a couple of years ago to close several libraries in Wirral, there was outrage. Worried how the changes will affect her is Callia Franklin, with a rare degenerative condition that means her bones almost constantly dislocate themselves. She lost her home carers during a previous round of cuts.
I'm terrified. I'm in the process of reapplying for my Disability Living Allowance at the moment, and with the government saying they want to take £500,000 people off it, the only way they can do that is to restrict eligibility. I'm currently paying nearly £100 a month for care privately, £60 a month for physio. I'm covering an £80+ a month rent shortfall. If my Disability Living Allowance goes, I'll become homeless.
Fears too at the Camel Laird shipyard in Birkenhead, with speculation a £44 million contract to build a new aircraft carrier may be cancelled. Hundreds of jobs would be put at risk. And with more than a third of workers in Wirral employed by the public sector, experts warn it could be one of the worst affected places. Are you worried about any of it at all?
Terrified.
I think it's all a bit too much all at once, you know.
I'm 85 now, and I'm a pensioner, very apprehensive about what's going to happen.
The fears and uncertainty are by no means unique to Wirral. Tough decisions will have to be made everywhere, and each one of us will be affected. The government concedes we're in for a rough ride. They're just hoping by doing all of this, we can be put on the road to recovery. Claire Fallon, Granada Reports, Wirral.